So then I thought, talking about myself is kind of going to be boring. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. This story is going to take us back to 1992, September 9th. So Lord Shiva, he was on his MacBook programming the next set of codes for the kids to be born the other day. So he was in his final set of codes. There was just one kid to be programmed yet. Then Parvati came up to Lord Shiva and was like, babe, the bed's kind of lonely. Do you want to come over? Lord Shiva being a guy, men. 2 minutes. And then for the last kid, he was like, looks 100. Intelligence 100. Public speaking, he missed a 0. He made it 10. But he compensated it to the size of the heart. So he put 1000. Now the next day, on the 10th of September 1992, a small boy was born in a small island called Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean. 100% looks, 100% intelligence, 10% public speaking, and 1000% heart size. He was born with an enlarged heart. Because he was born with an enlarged heart, he cries too much, his heart stops. He speaks a lot, his heart stops. He runs a lot, his heart stops. Literally, whatever he does in excess, his heart stops. That is nothing compared to the problems he'll face with his heart in his early 20s. But then, on that moment, his parents were worried, So they named him Arjun, after the warrior. So then they thought the son was a warrior. So then this enlarged hearted kid, the parents carried him along to hundreds of doctors and thousands of temples. And one fine day, Lord Shiva thought, what the have I done? I should somehow correct this problem. And somehow, he did something and the heart never stopped. It's still enlarged though, but it's still beating, thankfully. So then, from there, this kid, since he had this problem, he was pampered a lot. His parents, gave him all, whatever he wanted. So he became this boisterous kid. I mean, literally, I'm telling you, if you have a problem with the neighbor's son, what will you do? Go tell your mom. This guy takes a pellet gun and shoots him. That's how boisterous he was. So then, his parents, they had a clandestine meeting. Yeah. So in that meeting, they decided, let's get this guy back. And one fine day, my dad comes up to me. His dad comes up to him, and he's like, so, dude, what do you want to do? And he's like, he thought for some time. He was like a 12-year-old kid. He's like, I want to be an auto driver. Have you ever seen an auto driver? They wear the lungis, the khaki shirt. Tala, pola, ma, run, run. So I was fascinated with auto drivers. He wanted to be an auto driver a lot. That was his dream, being an auto driver. But his dad was like, better study or get out of the house. His mom was like, I don't care what you do, just get out of the house. So at the age of 13, his parents, planned to, get him out of the house. And, his mom was like, dude, you've ruined our lives a lot. It's time you get shipped. So like Tyrion Lannister in a small box, I was shipped off to India, the neighboring mainland, from Westeros to the East Islands, from Sri Lanka to India. So I go to India with very little Tamil, my mother tongue, a lot of English and a lot of French. Knowing French and English in the part of India I was going to is like an Arab in China. Al-Habibi. I am doomed. So then in India, 1 year in India was okay, but then he learned. He transformed from a boy to a man in 1 year. So now he's 14 years old, and he is an Indian, proper Indian. 2 years in school, and he started college. So this is when he started, discovering who he is, what he wants, what are his inspirations. He knew 3 things in life which he liked. 1, cars, fast cars. 2, making money, and 3 is to travel the world. His inspirations are just 3. Be rich, travel a lot, and have a few Ferraris in his garage. Simple. This is what his life is. So, moving on, considering this is what he wants, he finished his engineering degree, he finished his schooling, and like his dad said, he finished his engineering degree for 4 years. He slugged through it with a lot of drama, and his heart faced a lot of problems in engineering, but then it didn't stop beating, luckily. So from that, he moved on, and he started working for 3 years as an engineer, mechanical engineer, in India. During the time, he started traveling a lot. He followed his passions, covered Southeast Asia, covered India completely. And then he flew out to the other side of the world to learn a new degree, look at new places. So if you ask that small boy with an enlarged heart, who's a man with an enlarged heart right now, what he wants to be in life, he wants to earn a lot of money, retire early at 40 years old, ditch his kids, ditch his wife, travel the world with a backpack, die at his 50. And ladies and gentlemen, that small boy with an enlarged heart is standing right in front of you guys, giving this first CC1 speech. And I hope I didn't bore you guys a lot. Thank you.